All right, guys, this is what we're working on today. We got, I think it's a 2008 GMC Denali dash, and you can see the paint's kind of peeling right off the plastic. So GM didn't really do a very good job. This was back, '08 was like during the first economic crash. GM was going through bankruptcy, so they were getting skimpy on stuff then. This is what I've got going. So all these pieces I sandblasted, and these guys, bear with me here, they got these little tabs on the back, and then if you see on these, they got holes for those to go into, so GM would have snapped them together, and then on the back side they'd melt the tabs over. Well, I'm gonna end up epoxying these in, but that's what we're working on. So these are all blasted, cleaned up, and now I get to work on the dash. I gotta try to save, I don't know if you can see very well, but this wood grain, this gray wood grain on the outside, and this is all one piece. So I'm gonna have to mask this all off, and then I don't even know if it's gonna fit in my glass cabinet. I'll probably check that out on guys. We got the tractor project, and it's not gonna fit, so we'll have to improvise with that, I guess. So anyways, boys, that's what we're working on today. On top of that, we're making patch panels for my father-in-law's Cadillac, so I beat those out. I'm not gonna use them. They came out okay, but they didn't turn out quite like I wanted them to, so I gotta make new ones. So this is what we got going on with that project. Is the bottoms of the doors were rusty, so cut that off. This corner was all junk. It had a bunch of rust holes right here, so I made this. Yeah, I'm snagged. Made that. And then on this side, on this other door, it was just the very bottom that was rusty. So I made this patch. And that'll go in like that. You know, I gotta go through and refine this edge. And then this side, that'll get folded over and around. And then the fender here, I made a patch for this. And then I cut out the old one, and now there's rust here, so now I gotta make a patch for that. I can't find the patch that I made for this. You'd think it'd be right here. It's a big piece, but oh well. So this is the rest of the car. I left the hood and the front doors on because I can use those to reference the fenders and the rear doors, but I also got, there's a new rocker panel for it down there. Somebody had replaced this rocker panel with the wrong one, and then they just kind of scabbed it in. It's like it was too short, so they just added a piece of metal right here. They welded it there, and then they welded it there, and you can see how big this gap is. I can fit my finger in it. And they brazed it. If any of you guys are gonna do patch panels or anything, do not braze them in place. All right, like it was all starting to rust in between the braze joints. Paint doesn't really stick to braze all that well, so just don't do it. It has like this was a fleet car, it was a government car, and it's got like an enamel paint on it, so I have to strip it all down to bare metal because my stuff will eat it. I did get the roof epoxied. I had that all stripped down. I'll do a quick walk around. I'm just using my cell phone for these videos, guys. I'm still new to all of this. Kenny's been bugging me for years to do this, so I figure we'll give her a go and see if you guys are into this or not. Here's the other fender at the bottom is just nasty. Big rust hole right here. This is just hammered. And then the fender itself, I put blue Dycom on, but the fender itself is just, it's got a crease going. let me see, from there all the way down the middle. So I got to hammer and dolly that out, because back in the day I would have just bondoed it up. But that was back in my 20s. Now we're in our mid 30s. It's time to start doing stuff the right way, whether they want to pay for it or not. So this side was all original. The other side had been painted before. So I started stripping this all out. I got to take the rest of it apart. The trunk lid has some light surface pits. I don't know if it's going to show up in the video or not. Like right here, you can kind of see some discoloration. You can see how right here, it's kind of just gray. Right here, you can see, in here, you can kind of see these little pits. So down here, it's pretty bad on the bottom side of the trunk lid. Like, especially right all up in here. So I got to strip that all out. And then we still got to do the jam on that. I got some 40 Chevy pickup truck rear fenders I'm doing for a friend. And then, yeah. So anyways, guys, this is kind of the stuff I'm doing out here. I don't know if this is something you guys are into or not. Some guys have, Kenny said some guys have been asking about my paint booth. If you guys want to see a video on my paint booth, then I'll make a separate video for that. But that's kind of where we're at. So take care, guys.